Welcome to Millionaire Mindset, where we give you ways and advice to achieve financial freedom. The online world gets pretty confusing regarding personal finance and advice on business or whatever. The word entrepreneurs overuse while we underestimate the effort necessary to become rich. That is why in today's video, we will go over the most common misconception regarding money, building wealth, and entrepreneurship. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. Number 1. Business is easy. The main reason business is complicated is that it requires a lot of sacrifices. That's the price you have to pay if you want to succeed. But some of you might say, I'm willing to do literally anything to succeed. Well, it is easier said than done. Let's be real here. In most cases, that's most certainly not true. Are you willing to give up your mental or physical health for success? What about your family or friends? What about your savings? Are you ready to live below your means? However, these are the things that you certainly want to sacrifice. People that are counterproductive or want to slow you down for any reason. Friends that aren't close, free time, and weekends out. The amount of sacrifice is directly proportional to the level of success you'll achieve. The more you sacrifice, the more you succeed. But that isn't easy to say that it's all hard work. It would be foolish to say that luck doesn't have its role. There's a saying that success happens when work ethic meets opportunity. You need to work hard to identify opportunities and be there when they happen. You're more likely to be there at the right time if you're there all the time, right? There are thousands of reasons why business is complicated. You have to compete and constantly reinvent yourself and endure certain levels of pain. Again, the greater the success you want to achieve, the greater the pain you'll have to bear to achieve it. Number 2. It doesn't take a lot of time to succeed in business. Again, entrepreneurship is the ability to endure pain for long periods. It is true in a competitive environment. You can be as talented as you want, but if I outwork you, I will win. Simple as that. Many online gurus like to pretend that you can cheat and find shortcuts. You can't do that in real business. Shortcuts will become burdens that will threaten the survivorship of your organization. When you take shortcuts, the ability to learn from mistakes is hindered. It's basically like giving $1 million to a poor person. He doesn't have the skills to multiply that money, which means that he will spend it all in a short period. So, you need to take your time, but how much time is required? That depends on many factors. Where you live, the business, your initial capital, and to some extent, luck. Take it from us. Those who promise you to go from 0 to $1 million in less than 2 to 3 years are either lying to you or scamming you. Number 3. Innovation is just a tiny portion of your business. The reason why you need to reinvent yourself constantly is that there's always something going on. It's even hard to keep up sometimes. If you don't innovate, someone else will. And that someone will get ahead. If you stay the same, you have no shot at staying in business for years to come. Just look at giant corporations and companies that you know. Look at how much Google and Facebook changed in the last couple of years or even months. Number 4. Everyone can be an entrepreneur. We like to think that entrepreneurship is like a talent. Some people are good at playing an instrument, some are good at playing a particular sport, some are good at math, and some are good at starting and growing businesses. A talented entrepreneur is very good at reading other people because it has everything to do with selling, negotiating, and identifying issues in the marketplace. If you want to sell or negotiate, you need to understand what's going through the person's mind. You need to know if other people are telling the truth, if you can raise the price, or if you have to lower it, and many other nuances. Someone might say, I'm not interested in this product, when actually they're just pushing you away because they might have had a bad day. Or maybe they want the product, but they just don't have enough money right now. Also, understanding other people's problems and frustrations give you the tools to develop a product that will sell. Necessity is the mother of invention. That is why you have to be innovative, because if the product is already sold on the marketplace successfully by a bunch of businesses, you'll find too much competition and you won't get any market share. But we would just like to clarify that you can still become a successful entrepreneur even though you don't have the birth talent. Also, no scientific studies say that this baby will become the next Jeff Bezos. Talent is unmeasurable and sometimes anecdotal. What we're saying is like what Gary Vee says. You can become a good tennis player, but you'll probably never be better than those born to do it. Accepting that there are others better than you will help you move forward. Everyone can develop the necessary skills to become an entrepreneur. But the truth is the following. You need many skills that require a lot of time, especially at the beginning of your journey. Again, with the talent analogy, you might spend 3 hours every day practicing the guitar, but somewhere out there, a 5-year-old kid is playing Hendrix. That's how the world works. You won't afford to hire all the personnel you need, so you end up doing many things that you don't want to do or that don't make you a dime. It isn't all about being talented, but about work ethic and willingness to sacrifice short-term pleasure for long-term fulfillment and happiness. That is why you should be ready for any competition that will come your way. If you're the leading force in your specific niche, be sure that there's always someone trying to get your piece of the pie. Number 5. You do not need connections to start a business. A good network is a huge plus. However, it isn't required, especially when you're just testing the waters. Your network is your net worth. Staying around prosperous-minded people will influence you to become like them. Show me your friends and I shall tell you who you are, as the saying goes. And with today's technology, it is much easier to create strong connection. You have social media platforms like LinkedIn, Facebook, or Instagram, and if those don't work with you, you can always find clients and then get connections from them and referrals. You just need to be creative and do it even if it might feel uncomfortable initially. Number 6. You do not need capital to start any business. You need money to keep your business running. But much like networks, you don't need it right away. You're still finding your footing, so don't risk any huge money yet. However, if you want to employ people right out, buy an office, and expand with investments, you certainly need a lot of capital to get started. So it also depends on the business you're trying. So if you want none of that, many businesses can be created without any money. The most popular nowadays are online businesses. I mean, most of us have PCs or mobile devices and internet connections, right? You can find your first clients as a freelancer, then save that money and reinvest it in the industry. Another industry to check out is service-based businesses. So you don't have excuses not to start a business in this day and age. Number 7. Not reaching your business's goal is a sign that it is not successful. One of the difficult things in business is enduring the pain of not reaching your objectives and knowing you could have done better. It's ubiquitous to underestimate how much time will be necessary to achieve something. Take a look at Tesla and SpaceX. Elon Musk is very public about their goals, and each of these goals has deadlines to meet. But we can agree that most of these deadlines were probably delayed, right? In fact, Elon is the first to say that they're sometimes too optimistic about their goals. You might look at these two companies as very successful, but there's a lot of problem solving behind them. It's like being in a constant game of chess. You always have to get creative about solving problems and coming up with solutions. It is stressful to say the least, but it doesn't mean that the business is a failure. Many factors must happen first before you can judge it as a failure or not. That's our video for today. We hope you liked that one. Do you have a business? How it's going? We would love to read about them in the comment section below. Join us again in Millionaire Mindset for another round of tips in achieving your financial freedom. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.